Welcome everybody to the fucking Thought Experiment podcast. I'm J40.
I'm Sickly. Hope you guys are having a wonderful fucking week. Excuse my glass. I fucking broke it before we started recording.
Fucking guy.
So who knows? Maybe you might fucking see me rip my goddamn cheek open with this shit. Yeah, it's sad I can't feel my shit up.
Today's actually Cinco de Mayo.
I fucking hate Cinco de Mayo.
Mexicans don't really celebrate it.
Mexicans don't really celebrate it.
But the rest of the world does.
The woke liberal fucking celebrates like if we fucking gained our independence.
Yeah.
Which we fucking didn't.
Hilarious. Fucking awesome, guys.
Way to go.
We did it. But today also happens to be Karl Marx's birthday.
Isn't that the father of communism?
He's the father of Marxism / communism / socialism, all that mess, mess of isms.
So it's because of all the mess-isms?
Like mess of all those isms.
It's because of him fucking Lenin and fucking Stalin were influenced to take over Russia, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, but I heard this guy Karl Marx was a bum actually. Like
homeless?
Like just like a bum, like. Alright, so today we look at people that we know as bums, like just they don't even make an effort to hold a job, they don't even make an effort to just like even be decent or productive.
Got too much tequila in my bro, goddamn.
Right? So they don't make an effort to be like productive.
Yeah, they just want to be straight up fucking jobless.
Taking care of
my baby mamas.
You know? So Karl Marx was actually that. He had a baby mama.
That would take care of his ass?
I don't know if she would take care of him, but he refused to take care of her.
Cheers, by the way.
Like, he was such a bum that he had a kid and his girlfriend or whatever, her baby mama, and that wasn't even enough motivation for him to get his shit together.
Really?
He was just like, nah, bro, I got this new thing called, like, Marxism. I named it after myself. And I'm just like...
Hey, what if that was his excuse to be a bum and basically be a deadbeat dad? Where he was like, how could I get out of this in the best way possible that doesn't make me seem like a complete asshole? And there you go. He started fucking Marxism.
Yeah, right?
That's when people would be like, hey, you're right. Hey, woman, you should be pushing your own weight.
Right. Yeah. Apparently, he didn't have the best relationship with his father.
Oh, so he had daddy issues.
Because this guy that, by the way, shout out to Patrick Bet-David. Really informative interview that he did with some guy. I don't even know.
He does really good interviews.
Yeah.
That dude does really good interviews.
And this guy was basically there talking about Karl Marx and his influence on fucking universities and on young people. Because you got to understand, a lot of this philosophy and a lot of this stuff, it really gets to young people.
That's very true.
It doesn't get to the mind that much of old experienced people that understand how like things that are set in place work, like, you know, valuation and fucking an economy. They'll hear Marxism, all that, and they're like, that's crap. But that's good theory. Yes, that's like utopiaism or whatever. But when you put it into
fucking egalitarianism and all that bullshit. All the how you said, all the fucked up isms.
All the fucked up mess-isms and shit. So... yeah, he was just talking about Karl Marx, and apparently he didn't have the greatest relationship with his dad. That they found like a letter from his. I believe he said that it was from Karl Marx, just basically going off on his dad for all the shit, like, you know, you always expected it's too much of me or whatever, and like his dad responded was like, yeah, dude, you're a fucking bum basically, like that little Marxism shit you got going on, like fuck you. But
bro, but it's because it's a trip how fucking daddy issues could fucking change the world sometimes, huh?
Yeah. Change the world or that person's life or whatever, you know?
Where it's just like, hey, bro, what happened to fucking Hitler? Yeah, it turns out he fucking hated his dad, too. I heard he was a real mama's boy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I remember I read that shit in like, I think it was in an article on the internet when I was in high school. That was supposedly a real mama's boy.
But yeah, Karl Marx, man. A lot of people love this guy. I don't really see the what all the fuss is about.
Okay, from what I've read, have you ever read the Communist Manifesto?
I feel like I read a part of it. I definitely have held that book in my hand in high school.
Honestly, I read this shit years ago, dude. I think I was like in 9th grade. I don't really remember much of it.
Wait. Pause. What a coincidence they make you read that in school.
I don't know if they made me read it, though.
It wasn't part of curriculum?
I don't think so. I may be lying here, though, but I don't think it was. Anybody that went to high school with me, let me know.
Right.
I don't think so, though.
Or me.
Yeah, I don't think so.
let me know.
Yeah, but I remember reading it, which it wasn't. From what I read, I personally didn't feel like it was practiced in real life. What basically the wording of the Communist Manifesto. From what I've heard, the basically communism or Marxism, whatever Karl Marx created, was supposed to be an addition to democracy. It wasn't supposed to be a replacement. How people use it now. You know, people right now use fucking. They say, "Oh, fuck it, fuck democracy. We're gonna use communism now." So, from what I've understood, it's basically like it was supposed to be a tool that could be added on to democracy to make it even better. From what I've understood, but that supposedly the person that was really into implementing it that way was Lenin. But obviously, fucking Lenin croaked. And that he told everybody that he did not want Stalin to be left in charge because that he was going to taint their vision of actual communism. And it turns out he fucking did. He basically gave everybody, what was it, the potato famine?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave them the potato famine.
So you think Lenin was in his grave? Sorry to interrupt you. You think Lenin was in his grave like, I fucking told you guys.
What the fuck?
He's in his little mausoleum, like... Because they didn't bury him, you know that, right?
Yeah, they fucking preserved his body, right?
They preserved his body.
But I heard they ended up replacing it now for like a wax figure now.
Oh, really?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Urban legends. I don't know. It probably is his body there, but that's what I've heard. That supposedly they fucking...
Probably. I don't know. Who knows how long that shit lasts. That embalmment bullshit.
Yeah, dude. I mean, unless it's like super airtight in that bitch where no air's gonna get in, I'm pretty sure it could last forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a trip, fool. Like, they say that no one wanted Stalin to take over. That not even Lenin. And I guess because of Stalin, Karl Marx's version of communism got fucked. So a lot of people say that supposedly his version of Marxism is not the one that's being practiced today. And I'm like, maybe, but at the same time, now that you tell me this, fuck Marxism, man. I don't want to follow the teaching of a dude that's a fucking bum that don't want to take care of his kid.
Yeah, but doesn't that sound like a pivot?
He basically started a movement so he wouldn't pay child support.
Right? He goes, fuck this shit, bro. Check this Marxism shit out.
I'm about to shit on all you motherfuckers.
That ain't my kid. Proves my kid.
He got your crazy fucking beard, fool. And he's only 12.
No, my kid doesn't have a beard. That's not my kid.
Fuck that kid, ain't mine.
But that sounds like a pivot to me almost. Kind of like, do it like this. And I just tell you theoretically. And then you go, I mean, all right, you didn't give us a lot to work with, but all right, we'll make your shit happen. And then you implement it, and it doesn't work out. And then I just go, well, because you did it wrong. Not like that, like this. Do like this. We just did that. That's what we did for 20 years, dude. A lot of us have died. What do you mean? No, it doesn't work. Nah, do like this, like this. You know, so it just sounds like
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Sounds like a pivot. Like, no matter what, people will, like, bend backwards. And you're like, no, not like that. Do like this now.
Okay, for the sake of arguing, it wasn't Karl Marx that told them how to do it. They basically ran with whatever literature they had to work with. Because I don't think Karl Marx was alive in the time when the Russian Revolution happened. Bolshevik Revolution.
True.
So I'm pretty sure they just worked with what they had.
Yeah.
So you can't really say, hey, well, we did it how you told us. They basically went off the scripture and said, I guess we'll work with that.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
And they took it upon interpretation. Like, maybe this is maybe what he means. And then some other smarter dude read it and said, bro, that's a comma, not a period.
He goes, nah.
And then
he goes, this is what he meant when I'm about to write up.
And then Stalin said, hey, fool. Stabbed him in the neck. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah, but Karl Marx, man, happy birthday, I guess.
Happy birthday.
It's his birthday today.
What a douchebag.
Allegedly. Maybe. Could it be?
You know, people fucking fake people's birthdays all the time.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised. But right now that we're still on the douchebag topic, have you heard of Dan Bilzerian? I'm pretty sure everybody heard of the Instagram King. Yeah. You know about the Instagram King.
Yeah, we've all heard of him.
I'm not gonna bullshit.
Damn Bilzerian.
I would fucking be on his Instagram every once in a while to check out what he was up to. But I heard he's a fraud.
It has come out that he might or might not be a fraud. Yes.
Turns out that this fool said that he made his killing off of poker, right? That supposedly he's worth $200 million solely on cash winnings from poker. And they say that the best poker hands out there right now, that they don't even come close to barely half of what he's making. And supposedly these are like guaranteed legit the best poker players out there, that these fools barely cash in like 80 to 100 mil
a year.
Yeah, that's not even close to 200 mil like this fool said he was worth.
But he's saying worth,
or what he made, whatever. Basically what you got, your total earnings, that's the best dudes out there, barely top like 100 mil
a year, or their total earnings.
I'm thinking total earnings. I don't know year. I don't know.
Those are way different things.
I don't know. If we could find that, then fuck it. But from what I've heard, it's that. But there's a clip. Hopefully we could find it. If we could find it, we'll pin it in there. But this fool's out there playing poker. He's in a poker tournament when he's already loaded. He's already famous or whatever. And this fool fucking walks out and loses everything. I think he came in with like a good amount of money, probably like 100K, and he walked out with 36.
Damn.
he pulled out in 180 something plays.
Fuck.
Like he got slaughtered.
Yeah, you got owned.
He got owned. So people started doubting him, like, hey bro, are you really a fucking poker player? Like, how the fuck are you getting whooped, fool? Like, if you're a poker player, like a good ass poker player, saying that like your first big cash in was 54 million. He says that that's the first time he made a fuck ton of money.
54 million?
That he played some dude in international waters on a boat.
Yeah.
On a yacht for 54 million, and he beat him. That's how he got all his money and fucking started becoming rich and famous.
That sounds like a fucking...
Right, bro?
That's like a con artist story, bro.
Exactly. That's like the perfect, like, what the fuck? And on top of this fool says that the way he started making his money also is because I guess he started practicing when he was in college. And this fool basically fucked all his money. He was complete broke. He goes, bro, I was flat broke. I didn't have $1 on me. He goes, I had to sell 4 of my guns. Like, what the fuck? So he basically sold 4 of his guns, and supposedly after that money he got from selling his guns, he doubled his money fucking playing poker again. So all of a sudden, after he sold guns, he started becoming the best poker player out there again, and then he worked his way to the top to where he beat a guy for $54 million. That was just fucking amazing. And I'm like, maybe it's possible. I don't really know much about poker. Do you?
No.
I don't either. So if it's possible to fucking be that good in poker, let me know. I don't think so. But then again, I'm just right here talking out of my ass. But dude, some of the shit I was hearing about this fool was fucking astounding. Like, this fool goes out and says that right after high school, I think, right after he finished high school, he went into the military because he wanted to become a Navy SEAL and he wanted to be all up into that bullshit. So this motherfucker says that he was in the Navy SEALs for like 4 years. They did 4 years of training. Didn't even make it to the SEALs. That he was in training for 4 years. And that this fool supposedly ran 2 miles in the SEALs while he was doing, I don't know whether he was doing SEALs or BUDS training, one of the two, on broken legs.
On broken legs.
On broken legs.
So he ran 2 miles on fucking broken legs.
Yes. So I guess when he started, because I guess you got to do the military training, I guess, like to get you into the Navy. So I guess when he did that, he got hairline fractures on his legs. Hairline fractures, not broken, they were fractures, right? So I guess after, he said, hey bro, I want to join the SEALs. And they said, alright bro, we'll fucking send you to the SEALs. So they put him in BUDS training, and I guess right there, because he wouldn't let his legs rest, they eventually broke, and he ran 2 miles on broken legs. And they're like, why the fuck would you run 2 miles on your broken legs? He goes, cause man, I was tired of doing the fucking SEAL training for so long, and I just wanted to get out of there. So they're like, so basically you committed a crime. Because I didn't even know this, but I looked it up. But basically, if you purposely get an injury to get out of the military, it's a crime. I didn't even know it was a crime. But I guess it's a crime to do that. So they're like, we know you didn't fucking do that. Like, people are going like, we know you're full of shit, because if you got caught doing that shit, especially how you're admitting it now, you go to jail, motherfucker. But it turns out he got kicked out because he was unsafe at the shooting range.
What the fuck?
Mind you, the dude that has all kinds of straps, all kinds of guns, makes this fucking big ass story that, oh bro, look at me, I do this, I do that. Makes up a story of him running 2 miles on fucking broken legs. How in the fuck could anybody walk, let alone run, on goddamn broken legs, fool? Your fucking legs are probably looking like pretzels right now. Right?
I mean, yeah.
I'd be like, what?
2 bullshit ass broken legs.
Like 2 bullshit. And dude, like, I want to know, like, how even after some people were putting his shit on blast, there were still people out there, dude, that were super on his nuts. All these simp ass incel buddies that are going like, oh, look at him, this is what I need to do to have all these bitches on me too. Just have all kinds of money.
It helps.
It helps. But it's like, I mean, bro, all these girls are just fucking you for your money.
He knows that.
You know?
He knows that.
No, he doesn't. Because according to Dan Bilzerian, he only spends time with women that are interested in him genuinely and not for his money. He says that on Joe Rogan's podcast. Like, Joe's asking him, like, hey, bro, like, you know, how is it that you fucking with all these girls and shit, all these fucking hot women? And he goes, oh, well, honestly, I know some of them come at me, you know, because of my money, but, you know, I only fuck with the girls that are actually into me. He goes, because that's what I really care about, man. If you're really into me, then yeah, man, you know, we'll make something happen.
Yeah, but that doesn't contradict his... He's telling you right there, like, yeah, not all these girls are getting the dick.
No, he says that the girls that are with him are because they like him.
That the girls he fucks with.
No, he said like the girls...
You just said, yeah, some of these girls, yeah, man, they come at me for the money.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean... Just because I said it doesn't mean... It doesn't say there that he fucked them. Exactly. They come at him. Like, they come at him trying to fuck because of his money. But he rejects them. He says, nah, fuck off.
You know that's what he meant?
The way he said it, to me, it seems like that's what he meant.
Nah, I think that's there's a name for that in nature where both parties benefit. Like that fucking little fish that always hangs on the belly of a shark.
Yeah, same thing with monkeys when they fucking prostitute each other for food.
Yeah, there's a mutual benefit. He gets these girls for the image, and they get to feed off his clout and the fucking experience of hanging around.
Yeah, well, the way he worded it, if you were watching, maybe you'd agree with me, but the way he worded it, to me at least, it made it seem like this fool was like, oh no, well, if I know they're after my money, I don't even fuck with them. You know, I only fuck with the girls that are actually into me. That's how he worded it. But, I mean, if you probably heard it, you probably interpret it differently. Maybe. But I don't think so.
Yeah. No, I've watched that same podcast, so I know which one you're talking about, but that's how I interpret it.
Okay. And I'm like, bro, this guy, he marketed himself really well.
Yeah.
But he also made himself look like the biggest dumbass out there. Like the biggest dumbass out there. Like, you know that one fucking movie that Mark Wahlberg comes out in, where he plays I think it's Zero Dark 30 or Lone Survivor. Lone Survivor. Yeah, this fucking guy, well, I guess he was wishing to be the Hollywood dream, paid $1 million for 8 minutes of screen time, which got cut to 60 seconds. There's one clip where I guess they're getting briefed. One clip where they're getting briefed, where all you see is a clip of him smiling, like he's laughing, and then there's another clip where he's right there just like, oh, loading the gun or whatever. That's it. And he ended up trying to sue the production company because, oh, they didn't give him his airtime. Fuck. Like, bro, how desperate is that, bro?
It's what people do.
I fucking wouldn't. If I had the money, I would not pay to get into a movie. I wouldn't. I'd be like, nah, fuck that, bro. I'm not trying to get in no fucking movie. I'm not going to waste $1 million for 8 minutes of screen time. You either have to... If that shit got cut, if those 8 minutes got cut, it's because this was doing some shitty ass 8 minutes.
Probably. Horrible acting.
Yeah, well, they were like, hey, bro, we gotta cut this shit. This fool is garbage. Like, how much screen time do you think $1 million is worth? I don't think it's worth 8 minutes.
You think it's worth more or less?
I think it'd be like at least 20.
20 minutes?
20 to 25 minutes worth of screen time. Doesn't have to be like in one specific part, you know? Like if put me, let's say 2 minutes for throughout the movie where my 20 to 30 minutes is spread out throughout the movie, where I do come out little parts here and there, a little bit of charisma real quick, or some quick zingers like haha, oh that was a clever one, fucking Jay, ha ha ha, you know, get a quick laugh out of the audience. That's good, because those 2 minutes throughout the rest of the movie could give a good impression if you work your ass off on those fucking 20 minutes, you know. Like, be like, oh fuck, this mission is too hard, and then J40 comes out like, oh that's what she said, ah ha ha, fucking crowd fucking laughs. You know, you made those fucking 2 minutes count. You know, you brought out the charisma. You brought out, you know, the high energy.
Yeah.
Dan Bilzerian probably just said, oh, yeah, it's a really hard mission. And people were like, oh, fucking God, here you go. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So they said, hey, bro, we got nothing to work with. We just got to cut all this shit.
Probably. Or he didn't get the storyline. Probably really bad acting. Probably came down to editing. And they're like, look, we got this guy for 8 minutes. Or we got this we got all this footage that's very relevant to the fucking plot. We're gonna cut this guy's time, you know, because I don't know what the base rate for like a minute is, and it's also how relevant are those minutes to the plot, you know. So who knows, man. But he did come out in a movie. I think it's pretty sure it's War Dogs.
War Dogs, yeah.
And when he came out, I didn't know he was in it. So to me, I was like,
but I heard he only came out in one scene though.
Exactly.
When he fucking socks out Jonah Hill.
Exactly, when they fight in the club. But even that one scene, I was like, oh shit, damn Bilzerian. I haven't even thought of this guy in a long time.
Yeah.
Because I barely watched War Dogs this year.
Well, War Dogs came out like 2 years ago, didn't it?
Probably 2 years.
Yeah, I think it came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah. But it just buried a long time since he didn't fucking even like step into my mind.
Yeah.
So when that scene came out, I was like, oh shit, Dan, fucking.
It's fucking Dan.
Yeah, because he is iconic.
Yeah, no, he is. But it's like, it's a trip, fool, because I was doing my investigations, bro, and some of the shit, like, I don't know if you ever heard it, but this fool basically was there during the Las Vegas shooting. There was a shooting that happened at the music. I thought it was a music festival, right, or a concert?
Yeah,
it was a music festival or a concert at Vegas. Some 60-something-year-old man fucking went on a shooting spree, killed a couple people. Well, not a couple, but he killed a lot of people.
A lot of people. It was the deadliest mass shooting in the country.
Yeah, he was a real fucking prick about it. But Dan Bilzerian fool starts live streaming that shit, going like, "Oh my fucking God, some guy just shot some girl in the fucking head right in front of me. Your fucking brains went all over the place." So, I don't know if it's one of his posse, one of his groupies, or somebody. Dude, they're recording this fool running towards cops. Like, the cops are like in those center dividers. I guess some people put them when there's festivals, I guess, to crowd control maybe. The cops are taking cover back there, and this fool goes to the front, like goes up to the cop, and he goes, "Hey, look, I got my credentials. I'm Dan Bilzerian." And the cop's like, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "Oh, let me get your gun." And he goes, "Get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck who you are." And he's like, "I'm here to help." And he goes, "I don't fucking know you. Fuck up."
No, I think the cop was yelling at him, "That's not how any of this works."
And he's right there like, "Come on, man, I'm trying to help." And like once the cops leave him, like, bro, when he turns around to face the camera, like the look of the look of disappointment where he wasn't able to look like the hero.
I was really trying to impress y'all.
Like, bro, and then I think when he's leaving, he's like, "Oh man, that shit was crazy, man. It was with a high caliber weapon, most likely. Fucking girl, man, got shot in the fucking head, and man, brain matter all over the place." Like, it might be true. It may be true. Probably brain matter all over the place. But the way he was describing it, he made
like a jock.
Like if he's used to seeing brains. Bro, I've never seen a motherfucker get smoked. So I'm pretty sure if I saw somebody with their brains fucking popped right in front of me, I'd freak the fuck out. I don't think I'd be able to maintain my cool. Would you?
You think so? I think you would.
You think I would?
Yeah, and I think I would too.
I don't think I would, bro. Bro, like, think about it. We're in a concert. We're right here, you know, beating our meats because we're so excited to see our favorite fucking artist. And now you're here. What the fuck? You see some fucking dude with half his face like this, fool, and brain matter leaking out.
No. I'm not saying like about the whole experience, but even after, like, I mean, if this guy had the fucking energy to not like scream like a bitch and run away. He actually said, "Hey, I'm on camera. I gotta keep a certain cool about me. I have to keep a certain fucking persona. I'm live streaming myself. I'm about to go look like a jackass asking for a gun.
I'm gonna look like an American hero,
you know." So after, he's still talking to that same camera. Probably inside, he's probably like, "Fuck, I hope there's no second shooter. I hope he's not aiming at my fucking head right now." But on camera, he's like, "Oh, guys, you know, that poor girl."
Have you noticed that most of the girls he kicks it with are always barefoot?
He doesn't let
when the fuck are they wearing high heels, bro? You're not look taller than them.
He doesn't let them wear high heels.
Yeah, no, he goes, "Now fuck you, bitch. You're not gonna look taller than me."
As soon as they go like, "Oh, let me go put on my hair," he goes,
"Oh, fucking bitch. Fucking go, bitch. You know what? We're not going out anymore. Cancel the fucking party. We're not having
cancel everything."
And they're like, "Oh my god, Tiffany, why'd you have to fucking put fucking high heels on today?
We're going to Dubai, bitch."
Did you forget, bitch?" Oh fuck! Kick Tiffany out of the circle.
They
like, it's a trip. This was a motherfucker, dude. And like, this was started. I don't know if you're familiar with Ignite. You're familiar with
I've heard of it. Like,
okay, this was started as a CBD. I first started a CBD company. Mm-hmm. You go to sell CBD products or whatever. He marketed it pretty well. Not gonna lie. You know, he threw some fancy ass parties, but I feel like it was more of the glam. It wasn't necessarily a business tactic. Because I feel like if it was a business tactic, he wouldn't have done it in his house. He would have done it somewhere where the fucking people could go too. You know, not just famous people. Because what's so good about throwing a video of, "Oh look, Ignite logos everywhere. We're passing pods like crazy. We're passing joints like crazy." But you're not really getting comments on your actual product. You're getting comments on the party, you know? And it's like, this fool made it to be like something big. They interviewed him and shit, and he goes, "Oh, where are we gonna start? We're already starting worldwide distribution." Worldwide. Fool, how the fuck are you gonna start worldwide distribution if a lot of places out there, weed is still fucking illegal?
Yeah.
How? You can't even do it in fucking Mexico because Mexico, weed is illegal. Where else? Where else are you gonna be able to do weed? I don't fucking know anywhere else. Do you?
Maybe like Netherlands?
Probably. What's that one place? Amsterdam. That's about it. But you see somebody in fucking Brazil who sees that shit and they'll be like, "Oh, muy bem. And they want to get it. What the fuck are they gonna get it?
Right.
They're gonna place their order for 100 fucking reals. And they're gonna say, "Oh, sorry, Dan Bilzerian doesn't ship to Brazil because weed's illegal." Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, he launched the company in California, right?
Yeah.
So did he even have a California unlock?
No, he didn't.
So he just went, fuck having at least a state unlock, fuck going national. We're just going off the rip.
He said off the rip global. And then what this fool basically did is he marketed the shit out of it. Wasted all kinds of money to try to market this shit. But his stupid ass was charging everything to the company. Everything to the company. This would charge the company, well, made a purchase to the company, charged it to the company of $800 and something thousand for a yacht that he rented just so he could slap the Ignite sticker on it. Like, they charged him that much so he could slap the sticker on it in case, when they peeled off the sticker, it fucked with the paint or whatever. They get covered for that. Just so he could shoot a couple videos on him with bitches on a drone smoking the vape. Like, what the fuck? How is that a smart business move?
This sounds horrible.
Right? And then he paid $140,000 to make a photo shoot in the Bahamas that wasn't even Ignite related. None of the women there wore the Ignite, because you know how sometimes he had girls wear the Ignite bikinis? None of the girls wore them. So he paid for his posse to go there, and then he had to pay the models that were there at the photo shoot. And nothing, like this food, nothing was had anything to do with Ignite. They didn't put out the product, they didn't show the product, they didn't market the product during that photo shoot in the fucking Bahamas, where I think you could have done a great job marketing that shit, right? Having a girl in the white sands of the Bahamas fucking smoking some fucking joints, Ignite joints, while her fucking titties are flying out. You know?
Right.
You could have done some shit like that, right? And then just censor her nipples with some fucking big Ignite logo. The big Ignite goat, bull, whatever the fuck it was.
Right.
And this would try charging it. So his VP said, nah, fool, like, I can't fucking approve this shit. Like, you're making too many purchases on the goddamn company, and we have to pay for it. Like, nah, it's not beneficial to us. So this fool fired his ass. He fired his president. He says, all right, fuck it, well, you're out. So his president said, all right, bitch, well, you're getting fucking burned. So he fucking sued him. He sued him for wrongful termination, and he basically threw it all out there that this was making all kinds of ridiculous purchases and charging the company for it instead of it coming out of his pocket. And if I'm not mistaken, from his own words, it came out that he's treating that company like if it's his personal piggy bank. So basically, all these investors, I'm assuming because of the party he threw or whatever, or because he's Dan Bilzerian and the way he marketed himself, threw money into it. Like, they said, hey, man, we believe in your product, we're going to fucking invest. They threw all kinds of money, and instead of him actually investing it back into the company or doing something, he fucking ended up spending all that money on stupid shit.
Stupid shit.
Like, stupid fucking shit. Where you're like, bro, what the fuck? So then by the end of the year, like, I think the company started in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. In 2020, the company lost, like, I think $100 million.
Oh my god.
Dude, I guess because no one bought his product. Like, you know, how the fuck could you want, how do you want to be profitable if you're not throwing your shit out there, dude?
I swear to God, I never saw an Ignite store.
Not even an Ignite store. I never saw an Ignite product. Bro, think about it. If I'm a guy that wants to start a weed business or a CBD business, the first thing I would personally do is, if I already have cartridges and I already got edibles or whatever the fuck. Let's start with cartridges. If I already have cartridges, disposable ones, bro, I'd be giving them out to shops. I'd say, hey, this is my product.
Here, have some of these.
Have some of these.
Let the staff enjoy them.
Let the staff enjoy them. And you know what? Like, you could even give them away to customers, you know, like do those BOGO deals. Buy one, get one free. Oh, spend $60 at our shop and we'll give you an Ignite cart. You know?
Yeah.
And they could have said, hey, yeah, you know, your shit was good or whatever. Or honestly, no, your taste was garbage.
So he was just getting people to go, like, on a yacht and lick his balls or what?
Lick his balls. Like, bro, how the fuck is that going to benefit you in any way? Like, I mean, yeah, you'll be able to bust your nut, but how the fuck is that going to get you paid? You know? Like, how is that going to make you money? To show people, like, hey, bro, look at all these fucking 6-7 girls that are around me, bro. They're going to lick my nuts later once the camera goes off. I mean, yeah, people are going to be pumped up. Like, oh, my God, this is getting his fucking balls licked by fucking 12 girls. Oh. But after that, it's like, you're not getting... These fools ain't paying you to watch you get your balls licked. So, how does that benefit you? I wouldn't do it. I think that's a stupid-ass fucking business move to do.
Yeah.
Like, you're a fucking idiot.
It sounds stupid, honestly. I swear, I never saw a single Ignite store. I never saw anything, bro. I don't even know what the hell the logo... Does the logo look like a bull? Or what does
I
it
think
look
it's
like?
a goat. I think it's a goat with long-ass horns.
Oh, okay.
But, bro, the amount of money he spent on bikinis for his bitches to wear, on all these trips of him just puffing on an Ignite cart or whatever. But it's like, bro, you're not selling shit.
Right.
Like, I feel like you did good when you were marketing yourself at first, when you were first starting, when you already had fucking gotten all these crazy subscribers. And then once you threw that Ignite party, I think that was great, you know? You did what most people dream they could market themselves that way, you know? Like, most people dream, hey, man, I wish I could do something like this to where everybody sees it and everybody knows my product. This one did it perfectly, bro. He had famous people on there. He had all kinds of fucking gorgeous-ass women, even dudes that went there. And then instead of him going like, okay, we got the attention. Everybody's eyes are on us. Let's start putting this shit out. No, his dumbass said, I think they want more of that. So let's go keep on partying.
Yeah.
Like, stupid motherfucker. Fool. Like, this who thought this, they had, you know what, the Hype House, right?
Hype House? No.
Yeah, it's like the Team 10 house. The YouTubers fucking up. Okay. This was started the Ignite House. Where these would start a channel and girls would go and fucking basically host a show. I'm gonna call it the show. They would host a show of them showing Dan Bilzerian's house, and they would talk about how this fool has a waiting room before you go into his actual room.
To like bedroom?
Yeah, bro, like it's his bedroom. There is a bedroom, then the door, and then there's another room with like 2 fucking sofa, like 3-4 sofas. Like, what the fuck? You want a waiting room for your goddamn bedroom, bitch? Get the fuck out of here. Like, fuck that. If I could pull these bitches, like if I had all those bitches like he did, I would not have a waiting room.
Why not?
I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna try to fuck all you guys at the same time. Well, that's me. Like, I'm gonna try to fuck all you guys, you know? Even if I have to, like, you know, put 3 strokes in each one of you at a time. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna have a fucking waiting room.
So what do you think he has a waiting room for?
I don't know. Clout, I guess? I don't know. Just to fucking swing his dick around, probably? I don't know. Or probably for his butt buddies, you know? Once his homegirls left the room, the big buff machos would come in and he'll just get on his fucking elbows and just take it in. Probably, bro.
Alright.
But aside from that, I think I'm deviating. Dude, this one basically went bankrupt already. Like I forget the Instagrammer, but some Instagrammer posted a video on YouTube where she fucking sneaks into Dan Bilzerian's house. Trying to, like, I think she's trying to become one of the girls. Like, one of the girls he kicks it with. Or he's trying to, like, just get clout, I guess. But she jumps over the fence into the house. She's by the pool. She gets in a swimsuit, like in a bikini. She's chilling, and some dude comes out in there, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And the girl's like, "What the fuck?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm looking for Dan Bilzerian. You know, I wanna come hang out with him." And he's like, "He doesn't live here." And they're like, "What?" They're like, "No, he hasn't lived here in a while."
Does he still own the place, or
he's never owned it?
He never owned it.
He fucking rented it.
Oh, that's right.
I think it was NBC or ABC. Made a like an interview where that dude that comes out in Shark Tank.
Who?
One of the guys. Fuck.
Mark Cuban?
No, not Mark Cuban.
The balding guy?
The balding guy, yeah. The balding guy fucking came out and he's interviewing him and he goes, "Hey man, well how is it that you work with, you know, some of the trips you do, like do you put them in as write-offs for the company? As a company expense, I think." And he goes, "You're gonna have to get with my accountant on that."
He asked him that?
Yeah, bro. And he goes, "Man, this is such a luxurious house, bro." Ever. Like he's basically showing the ins and outs of his house, and showing him his guns, showing him his bong, his pipes, all this crazy shit, right?
His used condoms and shit.
His used condoms and his shit, his fucking butt plugs that he used on himself, all that good shit. And then they post a video on YouTube and they put his $64 million home. Once they found out he rented it, they had to do a correction. And they even put in quotations, rented home. Like, bro, this fool, Dan Bilzerian, he was great. I'll give him to that fool. He was great at marketing himself, at making himself look like, you know, the Chad.
Right.
I feel like Chad
Bilzerian.
Chad Bilzerian. A lot of people saw him as Chad Bilzerian. Like, hey, if you want to be a real Chad, you got to be like him. You know? Like, he put on that facade that people wanted to be, you know, when they grew up or, you know, or period.
So you guys better start breaking your own legs.
You got to start breaking your own legs.
Running 2 miles.
You got to go to international waters and gamble and beat some dude for $54 million.
You gotta be basically homeless down to your last dollar, and then you have to mysteriously double your money
from selling your guns.
Yeah,
which is fucking stupid. Oh, and it turns out he actually got a trust fund.
He's a trust fund kid.
He's a trust fund kid. He actually is. Well, he's actually changed the story multiple times. This fool said that supposedly he never got a single dollar out of it. That supposedly he gave it to his brother, who's actually I heard he's actually a good poker player. His brother, I think his name is Andy, maybe. I heard his brother's an actual good poker player, but that this fool supposedly gave it out. He gave it to him, whatever. He didn't want anything to do with it or whatever because he wanted to show people that he got his own money. Then it turns out at a later interview he said that he might have pulled some money out of it. Like, you fucking bitch.
Couldn't keep his story straight.
For real, bro. Like, it trips me out.
Bum status.
Bum status. Speaking of bums, Welvin the Great's a bum.
Welvin the Great?
You remember Welvin the Great?
Yeah, what happened to him?
He ain't got no bitches.
Who ain't got no business?
Who ain't got no bitches?
Yeah.
Say it like that. These nuts. Yeah, dude. I fucking what the fuck's the YouTube channel called? I think before they were famous. I think if I'm not mistaken, that's the name of the YouTube channel. Before they were famous. Super cool YouTube channel. It covers YouTubers, it covers influencers, and even covers like famous actors or whatever. These fools brought an episode out on Welvin the Great. And bro, it just happened to come out on my feed, you know, on the trending or whatever. And I was like, holy shit. But they had a picture of Welvin the Great before, like when he first became famous.
Right.
When he did that These Nuts video. And they had another one that at first I thought it was real, but it was like Welvin the Great with like longer hair. And he looked like he had like a double chin. And his, you know, he looked bigger, you know, and he looked bruised up. Like on his eyes. And I was like, what the fuck? So I clicked on it right away before they clickbaited me. Watch that shit. They say the bio or whatever, you know, what he was up to. And then they show about how they found how somebody posted a picture and a video of him in downtown LA. Where this was basically sleeping on the floor for like knocked out. He's like laid out like if he was on heroin, bro. Like if they gave him a shot of the scante and he was just like barefoot, bro. Barefoot on the sidewalk. Just knocked out. Like if he was really all drugged up, which he probably wasn't. He was probably just, I don't know, maybe drunk, maybe. I don't know.
He's probably recording for a new video.
It was a picture.
Oh.
And then some dude is waiting at the bus station or the train station, I think. Maybe the train station. And he's right there just sitting on the railing and he goes, hey, Welvin, what's up with you, man? And he's like he looks at the dude recording him and he goes, oh, shit. And he goes, hey, man, can you not record me, please? And he goes, what the fuck happened with you, dog? Like, he's telling, because, bro, he looked bummy, bro, like dirty. His teeth, remember how he had the super fucked up teeth, but they were all nice and white?
Well, I don't remember they were nice and white.
Well, they were I mean, white. Right. They weren't straight, but they were out, but they were white. They were clean. Shit's all busted up, like all nasty, and I was like, what the fuck? He looked like if he was homeless, like if he was sleeping in the street for months. His fucking clothes were all tore up, bummy, bro, and I was like, what the fuck? So after that video, they started a rumor saying that this was supposedly died not too long after that video.
What the fuck?
I didn't even fucking know that rumor started, bro. But they used to say that supposedly this fool was dead or whatever, and it got so bad that his cousin had to bring out a video where Welvin is next to her, looking like a dumbass with a fucking mask over his face.
Trying to stay safe?
Trying to stay safe, I guess. And they're like, oh, we just need to let the public know that Welvin is good, Welvin is safe, Welvin is healthy, and please just leave him alone. Stop bullying him. He's not dead. We don't wish for him to be dead. He goes, please, he's already over all that social media fame. Like, just please leave him alone. And whatever he's doing it because he wants to. I'm assuming that was code for, oh, well, if he was bumming it for us because he wanted to. We didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, you guys saw him all strung out. That was his own choice.
That was his own choice. When probably in reality, fucking Latifah over here kicked his ass out. You know? But, like, I thought that was the end of it, you know? I thought that was the end of Welvin the Great. I was like, man, that fucking sucks, bro, if he's strung out like that. But recently, some channel fucking something entertainment, no, something media, it starts with S media. This fool, I guess this guy ended up taking Welvin to Vegas. So this fool goes to Vegas now and he's out there on the strip interviewing random people. He'll be random people and he'll just be like, hey, so I'm looking for some bitches. Can you help me get some bitches?
No way.
I swear to God.
Welvin?
Yeah, Welvin the Great. Like, now he looks a lot cleaner, a lot fresher. Teeth are still all fucked up, but he looks a lot better, actually. And it's a trip. It's a fucking trip.
He's out there in Vegas.
He's out there in Vegas, which I remember you mentioned you want to go to Vegas soon, so I think we should go to Vegas and look for Welvin the Great. Probably not be our mission. Like, it shouldn't be our mission to go look for the motherfucker, but if we happen to find them...
I feel like I could be at the hotel and shit, looking out the window and be like, wait, there he is over there.
I got him.
He's way down the fucking street. Just fucking...
You just hear him go, oh, I ain't got no bitches.
But that's good, man. Welvin the Great is doing good.
Yeah, I guess he's not dead. Most people thought.
I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, it's a trip.
Well, I wonder where fucking what's that one fucking that girl that went fucking famous, Lil Tay.
Little Tay.
Some fucking girl that just would always fucking flex people like her money on fucking Instagram and shit.
Who's that?
Calling y'all are broke. It's just like some little.
Oh, that little Asian kid.
Yeah.
Oh, for real? What happened to her?
Supposedly she flexed too much or whatever. Then her parents got in trouble with their employer.
Oh no. I think what it was is she flexed in a house that her mom was selling.
Oh, okay.
I think her mom's a real estate agent.
Oh, there you go.
Or something like that. So I guess she was flexing in a house that wasn't hers. And I guess that house was already sold or something. So I guess the people that bought the house felt some type of way. Like, hey, why the fuck is this little girl right here flexing in my house? You know? Right. I think it was something like that.
Sounds legit.
And then basically they said, hey, what the fuck, little Tay? And she was like, oh, no, why you guys hating me?
She went silent for
She went silent forever, bro. I haven't heard from her after that.
I haven't heard from her.
I wouldn't blame her, Dick. Like, bro, how... If I hear the mom supported that behavior.
Really? Oh, yeah. That her brother would train her on video.
Really?
Yeah, all that shit that she would say, her brother was behind the camera, and then you're going to say this. I think they even leaked video of her, like... talking in her real voice, which is all like shy, like what? And then I have to say what? He goes, and then you're gonna say that, and then you're gonna say y'all are broke.
Really?
Yeah, and then she'd get into persona and be like, hey, this little Tay, you don't have a Ferrari? Why the fuck did you have a Ferrari? I have a Ferrari.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that it was her brother.
Oh, bro, but I'm pretty sure the fucking parents knew about it, bro.
Who knows?
How are you not gonna know about your fucking your kid being
Insta famous?
Yeah,
that's true.
Right?
I don't know.
I don't know how the fuck you wouldn't know.
Maybe it was just the brother and her, business.
Probably. But it's like, dude, you as a fucking if it's your older brother, it's like, you're a fucking dick, bro. How the fuck you treat your fucking sister like that, man? Expose her like that. Expose her to that type of behavior, bro. And then people just hate her for it.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you don't have the nuts to come out and be like, hey, guys, enough of the hate on my little sister. It's just a persona. She isn't like that. I'm the jackass that gave her the idea to start doing this.
I'm the one that was hungry for clout.
I was the one that was hungry for clout, but I know I could get more clout if my sister did it. Like, what a nutless bastard, bro. Like, you can't go out there and defend your little sister, bro. When you know it was all started because of your fucking dumbass.
Exactly.
Like, that's fucked up, bro.
I've been wanting to hear... Has your girl been keeping up with the case, the Maya Millete case?
Oh, Maya Millete? Actually, our fucking on-the-ground reporter has. Shout out.
Where's she at?
Shout out to the fucking on-the-ground reporter. Shout out to you, baby.
Where's she at?
She's doing good work. She's actually on the ground right now. She's out there investigating.
She got a fucking a meat event?
Yeah. She's right there investigating everything. And she's actually come out and discovered some... What's the word?
Forensics? I don't know.
Not forensics.
Clues?
Yeah, I guess you found out new clues. There's a word for it. We're gonna call it updates. She's found out new updates regarding the case. Turns out that motherfucker Larry Millete was arrested as a teenager, fool, for stabbing a motherfucker in a gang-related stabbing. He was 17 years old, fool, so he was almost an adult.
And he stabbed somebody?
No, 15 years old. He was 15 years old, I think. 15 or 17.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, I fucked up. He was 15 or 17. He was a minor, but he stabbed some dude in a gang-related stabbing. So we already know this fool was gangbanging.
Not just that. We know he knows what it's like to stab somebody.
And we know he has violent tendencies.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm getting at.
So if he has violent tendencies, what does that mean?
It means that he'll stab again.
Possibly.
It means that if he gets angry enough, he's not scared to put somebody in a hole.
Such as?
The mother of his kids.
Ding, ding, ding. That's what I think too. The way I see it, if this fool had the balls to fucking stab I guess you could call him, I'm saying a stranger, but maybe you can know the guy. If he has the balls to stab somebody just over a fucking hood that he beefed it with, I'm pretty sure he's willing to stab somebody or shoot somebody that's trying to divorce his ass. That's basically trying to cause him immense, even more pain than some gangbanger gangbanging on him. Think about it. Would you be angrier if you see your enemy, your gangbanger enemy, or if your fucking wife is trying to leave your ass because she found some other dude?
Yeah, it depends on the person.
Right?
Some people take that gangbanging shit so like it's their life, which fucking amazes me, but okay.
Yeah, that's where it's just like, I'm leaning more to, hey, bro, it's not looking good for that dude.
So what? So we found out that he stabbed somebody when he was younger.
Yeah, so he had priors, right? He had priors.
Is that a prior though? Because you said when he was 15. A juvenile record is very different than a record.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
No, I know. So if he was when he was 15, it's kind of almost non-existent because you can wipe those records out.
What about if it was a violent crime? I mean, if that's technically a violent crime, right?
You can wipe out assault. You can wipe out assault with a deadly weapon.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't aware of that. But if you could wipe it out, how is it that people found it?
He probably didn't wipe it out.
Probably because it was gang related, so they had to keep it in for a gang injection, possibly.
Well, it could be. Wait, what? Because it was gang related?
Yeah, it was a gang related stabbing. It wasn't just because he stabbed the dude to rob him.
Yeah,
he stabbed him because it was gang related.
It could be that, or it could be that he didn't bother to wipe out because, from what I've heard, like if it's a juvenile record, this is what I've heard, that it won't damage your like job opportunities.
Yeah, or your adult record or whatever.
Exactly, as an adult record, because adult record will come out in fucking background checks.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, juvenile records don't.
Well, I could see that.
But what's up with this fucking weirdo?
Yeah, so they basically threw that out there, right? They made it known already. I think it was a couple days ago, where they made it known. Our on the ground reporter let us know that they made it known. So now that aroused suspicion. People are going like, well, if at that young age, 15, 17, he had the balls to stab somebody, what makes you think at 40 he's not capable of killing his wife because she wants to leave him? Which does make sense, but at the same time, it's just like there's that possibility that people change. You know, it is a possibility. You know, he learned from his mistake or whatever, and you know he's not violent anymore. But anyways, turns out after he stabbed this dude and got out of jail, he moved to Hawaii, and that's where he met her. They were high school sweethearts, fool. So they were together for like 20-something years. Because even I was like, wait, this girl's barely 39. How the fuck have they been together for 20-something years? But I was like, they must have been super young when they got together. Like, yeah, bro, they got married in their teens.
Really?
They were probably like 17, 18 when they got married. I was like, what the fuck? So, I can only imagine, like, the anger that hits you, bro, when you're like, bro, I fucking spent 20 years of my life with this fucking bitch, and she's gonna leave me for some other dude? Really? I could imagine it probably boils up in his ass, and he said, nah, if I can't have her, nobody will.
I'm gonna shoot, and it's gonna sound like dogs.
It's gonna sound like dogs barking.
And it's gonna trip out the forensic guy.
Hell yeah. And then his, I guess the family of Maya Millete hired a lawyer, I think. I think they hired a lawyer, or if it was a sister, I don't know. But basically, he's representing the family, not the dude. He's not representing the boyfriend. The boyfriend got his own lawyer. So fuck, my girl's gonna be pissed for this, but I'm leaving a lot of details out again. But I guess this dude managed to get into this fool's house. Like, I don't know if he lied to him or he said like, hey, you know, I'm the lawyer of the family. I just want to come and see if anything's out of place or whatever. I'm not sure. I already fucked up. My girl's gonna be pissed. And he went in there, looked around and shit, and he said that supposedly the house smelled like bleach. Like it had a big stench of, like a heavy stench of bleach. Like if he were, according to him, he says it almost smelled like if you cleaned the entirety of the house with nothing but bleach. Which, I don't know. There is that possibility. Mm-hmm. And then there's a picture. This fool managed to like sneak a picture of the dude, Larry, where he's just like he's like leaning on like I think it's like a counter or something. But he looks like chill, fool. He's just chilling, fool, like without a care in the world. And what the lawyer was saying, he goes, that behavior's kind of odd. You know, how are you gonna be super kicked back about, you know, your wife fucking going missing? Like I would assume somebody that really cares deeply for his wife, the mother of his kid, wouldn't have that type of body language when people are right there looking in your house, especially, and your wife just went missing. Which is true, but at the same time, my argument to that is like, what if this guy is just trying to keep his composure together, you know?
Not just that, but it's a different... Okay, from what I'm hearing from these people talking, they're trying to put it on him like, dude, your wife just went missing and you don't feel anything? Keep in mind, it's the girl that was divorcing him.
Yeah.
There's definitely, like... I said, they weren't on the best page.
Yeah.
You know?
But there's that possibility that he was still madly in love with her, you know? Where it's just like, oh, you know, I still want to do my best to work it out because I didn't want to leave my wife, you know? There's that possibility. But at the same time, it could arouse... I can see where it could arouse suspicion. Like, hey, bro, you're just so cool about this shit. Like, what the fuck? And then, I guess in the garage, there was a missing freezer, fool. I guess they had, like, a big old chest freeze, like the one I have out there in the back of my house. And that it was missing. That, like, they moved it. And that he asked the dude, like, hey, you know, like, you had a freezer here? He goes, oh, yeah, I fucking ended up taking it to my... I think, like, to my family's house or something like that. So he's like...
Show us.
Did it? So I think he did. I think he ended up taking it to taking him to where the chest was at in the family's house, and yeah, there was like food in it or whatever. But who knows? What if this will put her body in there first, dumped her, went to the supermarket or whatever, and just fucking got all kinds of burgers and dogs, filled it up, and said, "Oh look, Aunt, I brought you this chest freezer. I don't want to use it anymore. And oh, what a coincidence! I got food in it already for you."
She was like, "That's not suspicious."
She said, "That's not suspicious at all, nephew."
Who never brings me food?
Who never even comes? I'm just gonna plug it right here.
Yeah, you know. All right.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm not scared of you either. But dude, like it's a trip, cause to me at least, it does make me like see him differently. Like, I'm probably gonna get shit for this, but I kind of wanted to give the dude the benefit of the doubt, you know? Like, I kind of want to seem like, hey, it could be one of those where it's like he just has nothing to do with it, but he just, the fact that those certain circumstances just happen to come about, like him getting divorced or whatever, that it was just the perfect chance for people to think that it was him. When it could be in reality that, yeah, no, somebody probably fucking killed her that wasn't even related to them. Like, part of me was hopeful for that, but at the same time, like, now seeing this shit, I was like, it's not looking for you, good chief. It looks like you're gonna go down hard.
Yep.
But from what I know, they're still doing all kinds of searches, bro. I know the Chula Vista Police Department issued 4 more search warrants. I don't know on who or on what. I'm assuming it's the dude's family and the dude, probably. That dude, Larry Millete. But other than that, I got nothing else. I was giving the dude the benefit of the doubt. I wanted to so bad. But after this, fool, it's just like... I can't.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, like...
I think he did it, man. Just based off all the fucking indicators.
Right? Because it looks fishy, bro.
It looks too fishy, man.
Too fishy. And I'm not even gonna put in the fact that this fool had priors. Even before the priors, it was fishy. It was fishy. Like the whole when he was just like, oh yeah, she's a great mother too.
Right.
After that, I was like, oh, it's not looking for you good, bro. It's not looking for you good at all.
The gunshot was weird.
And the gunshot was weird, you know. And then let's say they asked him like, hey man, by the way, you know, some of your neighbors recorded a gunshot. You know, you know anything about it? Gunshot? What gunshot? I don't know what you're talking about. Who? A neighbor? I thought I lived by myself here. Like, oh, there you go, bitch. So you start with your shit.
Yeah.
Now I'm like leaning more to like, yeah.
I think he fucking did.
I think you fucking did it, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's time to man up. Which, I mean, I'm only talking my shit because I'm not in that position where I'm telling him like, hey, bro, grow some nuts and just admit what you did. But at the same time, it's like nobody wants to go to jail, bro.
Right.
Nobody wants to do time. Like, we know this was probably did in the heat of the moment where he was just super pissed at his fucking girl and he was like, man, fuck this. No, if I can't have her, no one's gonna have her, and domed her. You know? And he probably regretted right after he shot her. But what are you gonna do? Own it. Your kids deserve to know if you did it or not. You know? So it's one of those where I feel like it's gonna take a long time before they find out if it was actually officially him, which sucks. But it's a mystery. Right now, it's a mystery.
Yeah.
But an even better mystery.
Yeah, you were gonna tell me about. I asked you about that Sasquatch. That thing you were gonna tell me about Sasquatch.
You need to watch it. Anybody out there that has Hulu, watch the Sasquatch docu-series. It's 3 episodes.
Okay.
They're pretty long. They're like about an hour long. So the way it starts is some dude he's a pretty good journalist. This fool fucking how do you say it?
Award winner? What?
No. Like he basically snuck into all these organizations. Like
infiltrated.
He infiltrated. I think it was the Hells Angels. I think it was the Hells Angels or a motorcycle gang. I forgot. He infiltrated them, fool. He infiltrated a white supremacist neo-Nazi like cult or something. Like he infiltrated them. Spent like months with those dudes to try to learn everything about them, and then he'll go fucking write articles on these fools without anybody knowing. And then people would be like, "What the fuck? How the fuck did this fool find that shit out?" Well, it turns out he played the part. He played the part really well. He pretended to be a fucking neo-Nazi and shit. And then he said, "Oh, too bad, bitch. I'm fucking cat's out of the bag. I'm burning all you motherfuckers out." So I guess this guy is really accomplished, and he has a lot of credibility, I guess. This journalist. I forget his fucking name. I hate it. But anyways, he mentioned that this fool used to, when he was like 19, he went to Northern California, to Humboldt County. Are you familiar with Humboldt County?
I've just heard of it. I'm not I don't know where it's at.
What have you heard?
No, that's it. I've just heard the name Humboldt.
Oh, but you don't know anything that has to do with anything about it. Okay, so Humboldt County, they basically call it the Emerald. It's part of the Emerald Triangle. The Emerald Triangle, what it is basically where all the good ass weed from California comes from. But all these people do it low key. Like I don't know about now because it's legal now, but everybody just goes out there, grows that shit in the wild, food, and harvests it and just sells it to make money. But right now, it's gotten to the point, bro, where people are just basically killing each other over that shit. Like, even now that it's legalized, that supposedly the crime increased there. Like, more people are fucking dying because it's legal, as opposed to when it was illegal. Even I tripped out on that. I was like, nah, it's gotta be a lie. And I looked it up, and yeah, bro, it turns out that the crime rate there increased after it became legalized. Because I'm assuming guys want to be legit, that they just want to be like, hey, nah, fuck that one. I'm going to take all these fucking crops, and I'm going to just say it was mine, I'm assuming that's what happened. I don't know. But, anyways, this says that he was in a cabin working at a farm, and that some dudes ran in there middle of winter. I think it was November. Ran in there, wet, screaming, talking about they killed them, they're dead. They're like, I don't know what the fuck happened. And the farm, like the dude that owned the farm, he was just like, what are you talking about? And he goes, he fucking did it. And he goes, who did it? He's like, Sasquatch. Sasquatch did what? And he's like, he killed him. The 3 guys we had out there taking care of the field, he's like, they're dead. He goes, they're ripped to pieces. He's like, their ripped, their limbs are ripped off from their bodies, like they're in pieces. And he goes, they probably just jacked us. He goes, we didn't get burned. He goes, the crops are there. He goes, they're just all like stepped on or whatever. He goes, but the crops are there. He goes, we didn't get jacked. Like, we didn't get burned. So what he says is like, he goes, I remember that story. He goes, up until now, like, that story just stuck to the back of my mind because even I didn't believe it. He goes, he goes, I was so scared because of what I heard that all I could do was just sit by the fire and just chill. He goes, and basically the farm owner told him like, hey, you know what, just, don't say anything, just keep quiet, don't let anybody know, we'll figure it out later. And that the farm owner just went, sat down next to the dude, the reporter, and he goes, fuck, this is crazy. And everybody just laughed it off and ignored it. But it just stayed in the back of his mind. So, this dude moves on with his life, writes all his articles, does all kinds of journalism, and then finally, up until now, he decides, hey man, I want to go investigate this. Like, I finally want to go investigate. I want to go up to Humboldt County again, and I want to find out what happened. So he goes asking around, and he goes, hey, like, the way the documentary starts, you're assuming it's about Sasquatch, like actual Sasquatch, the fucking 7
That's
foot.
what it sounded like, yeah.
That's what it sounds like, you know? So he's asking all kinds of people about, whether they believe in Sasquatch or what have they heard, and people are like, oh, yeah, you know, Sasquatch, you know, they've been alive for thousands of years, they're blah, blah, blah. So he's basically getting points of view from people that are believers. They're Sasquatch hunters. So he's asking some people, like, what do you think are the odds of a Sasquatch attacking somebody, like killing somebody? And they're like, they have the physical capabilities of tearing a man apart. They're that strong. A Sasquatch could get you arm to arm and rip you in half. That's what some people are saying. That's how strong the animal is. Because there's been videos of Sasquatches launching trees that are about like 15 to 20 feet long, that are about a diameter of about 10 inches. So it's a pretty thick tree, you know? So I wouldn't be able to pick it up, but they said they've been able to fling them with one hand, you know? So they say that's how strong a Sasquatch is. So then he moves on to saying, well, how violent are they? And he says, well, depending where you're at. He goes, if you're in a part where it's not very populated and that's their habitat, they're going to defend their habitat as any other animal would. You know, you're not going to go into a bear den and expect the bear not to fucking kill you. You're in their fucking den, you know?
True.
And he goes, the same thing applies if a Sasquatch is out there in like in an urban area looking for food or whatever. It's not going to go attack somebody and cause attention where people are going to be after it, you know? He's going to try to be as sneaky as possible and get the least attention that he can possibly get, which makes sense. So the dude's like, well, I heard this story, and he's asking all these Sasquatch hunters, like, I don't know if you're familiar with it. He goes, back then in Humboldt County, you know, at this farm around 90, he goes around 93, 91, he's like, 3 men were killed by a suspected Sasquatch. What have you heard? And the dude's like, no. He goes, well, I haven't really heard about it. And some of the dude's like, oh, well, it's a possibility. He goes, it actually is possible that a Sasquatch came and killed him. You know, because it was probably around its territory. It was probably around its young.
Yeah.
And then some other dude goes, well, I heard that story, but it's not exactly the way you say it. And he's like, what do you mean? So, come to find out that there's a dude they call Bigfoot. So he's like, I didn't hear it was a Sasquatch. I heard it was Bigfoot. And he goes, what's the same thing, huh? He goes, yeah. He goes, it depends how you want to call it. You want to call it Bigfoot or Sasquatch. And he goes, but not Bigfoot the creature, Bigfoot the man. And he goes, Bigfoot the man? He goes, what Bigfoot the man? He goes, oh, well, the guy's name is Bigfoot Gary. So this was like, what the fuck? The guy's like, wait. And he goes, so this isn't even the creature that killed these 3 men? It just turns out it's a dude named Bigfoot that they happen to call Bigfoot? So they're like, yeah. Allegedly, the dudes that were killed were Mexican. That came over the border and went to go work there illegally to make some money. And, you know. But it turns out that these fools supposedly, allegedly, drugged Bigfoot Gary's daughter and raped her. You know? Well, hard R, sorry, I used rape. But, yeah, they did that to her. So this fool hired a guy that's a known Hell's Angel associate. Hell's Angel associate or Hell's Angel member? That was really well known in Humboldt County there. And they killed those fools. They killed those fools and they just made sure they sent a clear message as to, hey, you don't fuck with this fool. Anybody that tries to touch his kids or anybody that tries to touch him, period, this is what's going to happen to you. So that was the message. So this fool finally gets a hold. Somehow he managed to get a hold of that biker dude, the dude that's a member of the Hells Angels, that knows Bigfoot Gary. He goes, "Oh, are you associated with Bigfoot Gary?" He goes, "I used to do some business with him back then." And then he just straight up, he goes, "Look, I don't know how else to ask you, bro. So I'm just gonna tell you straight up." He goes, "Do you know anything about a murder that happened in 1993 or 1991 that involved 3 Mexicans that dying in Spy Rock Road?" And he goes, He goes, I have never, nor do I know of anybody that was ever murdered or anybody that possibly could know of anybody murdered there. And he goes, really? He goes, yup. And he hangs up. Like, he clicks on him. So he's like, fuck. Like, this was not going to call him anymore. He's like, God damn it. Like, he lost one of his leads. And at the time, he's looking for this Bigfoot Gary dude because he hasn't been able to find him. So he finally meets a tweaker. Some tweaker girl that does, like, small-time weed dealings or whatever. She grows, but at a smaller scale. But she's a fucking tweaker. She probably gets high off her own supply. So she goes up to the dude to report it. She's like, oh, I've heard you've been looking for Bigfoot Gary. And he goes, yeah, you know, I've been covering a story and I just wanted to know. Want to get to the bottom of this because he goes, when I heard about the story, I heard it this way, but it turns out it's not even the way I thought it was. So that's actually a person. And she goes, why do they call him Bigfoot Gary? And she's like, oh, because he's always walking around and running around barefoot. And he has big feet. I was like, what the fuck? So just imagine some dude with big ass feet running in the mud and shit, getting all dirty like I'm fucking weirdo. So somehow he manages to get his contact info. But not from that tweaker lady. I guess the restaurant they were at, some dude overheard them talking, I think.
Of course.
And he's like, oh, I think you're looking for Bigfoot Gary. He goes, yeah. He goes, he's my neighbor. And he goes, really?
What the fuck?
So he's like, yeah. I may be getting it wrong, this part of the story. But he goes, you know, I can't give you his number. He goes, but let me talk to his wife first. Let me talk to his wife and see if they're okay with talking to you. So I guess the wife agrees, and he calls the neighbor, and the neighbor calls that lady, Bigfoot Gary's wife. So they're talking, and she goes, look, honestly, all these people have all these things to say about my husband. My husband's been the most hated man in town for years. And she goes, and I'm telling you right now, none of it is true. And she goes, the guy goes, well, how about you let me tell you what I've heard, and then you tell me if it's true or not. So she's already denying before the fucking accusations even come up. So right off the bat, it's suspicious, right? So you're going like, what the fuck was up with this crazy woman? And like, even I was like, is that Larry Millete? Right. But she fucking ends up passing the phone to this dude after the reporter tells him the accusations, and she's like, no, none of this ever happened. Like, no, it's impossible. And she goes, well, how about you let me talk to him? So they pass the phone, and he goes, Gary? He goes, yeah, what's going on? So he's telling him what's going on, the accusation, like, hey, we heard that you killed these Mexicans, they raped your daughter. And he goes, I never had a daughter. He's like, wait, what? He goes, you're telling me you didn't have a 19 or a 16-year-old daughter in the 90s? He goes, I had my first kid in 2003.
Fucking shit.
He goes, are you serious? He goes, yeah. He goes, I never had no kid. My wife would know about it.
Or maybe baby mama.
Oh.
Ooh.
A side piece.
Side piece, baby.
Ooh, the plot thickens. I didn't think about that.
And then what?
Oh, anyways. But, so he's like, fuck. So he hits another fucking dead end, you know? Because he goes, all right, well, there's no proof that this fool did or didn't have a kid, so he's fucked there. He's like, he goes, my only option now is to find the guy that owned that farm I worked at. So he's looking for him, and he hasn't been able to find him. And finally, some dude he used to work with at that farm, he was able to get a hold of him and said, oh, I was able to get his number. So he finally calls that farmer, the old farm owner, and he talks to him, and he goes, hey man, he goes, have you ever heard about some fucking thing that happened in Spy Rock Road in the 90s around October, November, where 3 dudes were murdered by Sasquatch? And he goes, oh yeah. He goes, I heard it. He goes, I heard about it. And he goes, I need to know, man. He goes, it's been bugging me for over 20 years, 30 years. I need to know, like, once and for all. Is it true that it was Bigfoot or Sasquatch that killed these men? And the dude, like, goes, yeah. And he's like, what? He goes, yeah, it was Bigfoot that killed him. He goes, what do you mean it was Bigfoot? But obviously, he goes further in detail. He goes, look, back in those days, the Mexicans were getting out of hand. You know? What they were doing is they were working at these farms that were owned by older people. Like they were already old.
Yeah.
So what they would do is they would overtake the farm, and because those people were already old, they really didn't have a means to defend themselves, so they just had to basically leave their land. And they would get taken away by these Mexicans. So people were I guess the people at that time had a sit down discussing the issue, where they're saying like, hey man, this is becoming a problem. The Mexicans over here are just trying to fucking take our shit. So he goes on by saying, he goes, yeah, until one of the guys, he goes, jokingly said, man, I wish we had a fucking chupacabra and fucking throw one at their asses. And that's when I said, we got something better. We got Sasquatch. So they're like, what the fuck? So the reporter's like, wait, what do you mean? And he goes, yeah, we got something better. We got Sasquatch. He goes, so what we did is we got the biggest yappy bird out there. Who yaps better and more than a tweaker? He goes, we got a tweaker to see what happened, to witness everything that happened, come back and report it to us. We specifically told him, don't open your mouth. And what's the first thing he did? As soon as he left the cabin, he yapped to everybody. And everybody knew about it. And he's like, but how did they die? And he goes, oh, that was easy. He goes, forklifts, bobcats. He goes, we used all that just to make it look like they were ripped up. They used heavy equipment to rip these fools to pieces, to make it seem like Sasquatch did it.
Fuck.
So this secret was kept by all these fucking older heads for years. And they fucking planned it out so beautifully, where motherfuckers were convinced that Sasquatch killed 3 motherfuckers.
That's a weird story, man.
Right? Like, that was like the biggest plot twist ever. Where I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't expect that shit. Like, I would not expect from it to go to, hey, Sasquatch, it was a potential Sasquatch documentary where, hey, Sasquatch potentially killed these dudes and we want to find out why or what happened, to where, nah, bro, we made that shit up completely and everybody ate it up, bro. Ate it up like fucking bacon.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck. Like, it's one of the greatest docuseries out there. I was amazed by it. I recommend it to everybody out there to watch the docuseries Sasquatch.
That's dope. Hey, man, you know, do you believe in Dogecoin?
Cryptocurrency?
Yeah, Dogecoin. How do you feel about it?
I really don't believe in it.
You don't think it's gonna go to the moon?
I don't think so. I feel like right now it's only gone as far as it's gone because of Elon Musk. Because I feel like if Elon Musk said that about any other cryptocurrency, that other cryptocurrency would go up like a motherfucker.
Why do you think he decided to make that statement behind Dogecoin?
I feel like because of what it was. You know, it was a joke.
The meme.
He probably thought it was funny and like, oh look, Dogecoin, ha ha ha. But then him being a businessman, he probably said, hey, what if I invest $1 million in this? I'm gonna blow it up like a motherfucker, make people get super wet over this. They buy into it, the price is gonna skyrocket, and then I sell and I pull out.
Yeah.
Then once it crashes and burns, hey, I already made my money, though.
Yeah.
You know? I feel that's probably what he did. And that's probably what he went for.
Do you think that the music is still playing? Do you think it's still time to put money into crypto, or do you think people are gonna?
I think it's good to put into crypto. I fucked up with Litecoin. I'm fucking pissed, bro. I fucking sold it when I had already. I think I made already like $100 in returns out of it. I think.
And you sold it.
And I fucking sold it because it wasn't going anywhere. It wasn't going up. It wasn't going past. I think it was like 280. It wasn't going past 280, nor it was going down. And I was like, it's gonna stay here for a good minute. I was like, I'm gonna need some cash flow. I'm gonna sell that shit. Sold it. The next day, boom, it skyrockets. Fuck. I was like, God fucking damn it, bro. I was pissed. I was like, fuck. But it happens. What are you gonna do?
You know what I'm fucking excited about?
What?
Champions League. We already know the finals. The final.
What the fuck is the Champions League?
You don't know the Champions League? I've told you about this shit. The fucking European.
Oh, soccer, bro. You know I don't follow soccer.
Yeah, well, I'm excited, man, because that's it. The final
Is it fucking PSG?
is Chelsea,
Chelsea and who?
Man City.
See, there you know. What happened to fucking PSG being the fucking greatest team out there?
Who said it was the greatest team out there?
Fucking our coworker.
He didn't say it was the greatest team out there. He said it's one of the greatest, and it's true. That's still true.
Right. If they didn't make it to the Champions League, they're not so great, are they?
They made it to the Champions League. They're in the Champions League.
They're right now in the Champions League.
No, they made it to the Champions League. Like,
Well-
they were in the Champions. It's a league. So
Okay, but in the finals.
no, they're not in the
Oh,
finals.
so there you go. They're not the best team out there.
They're not gonna go down as the best team out there.
They're not.
And it's not like the best team. Period. It's
Or one of the best.
the
Right now, I
best-
think.
the best team in the of the year.
Nah, I think one of the best teams out there right now is Chelsea and whoever
Manchester
they're
City.
playing.
Manchester
Yeah.
City. Which kind of sucks because both teams are from the same country, the same league domestically, and
And
people.
that's bad.
It just you don't want it to look like a domestic, like just another domestic league team. You don't want it to look like two teams from the same league that already play each other.
What's bad about that?
It's not bad. It's just it looks boring because it looks like just another league game with a title of Champions League slapped onto it. What
think
people,
so?
yeah, what I noticed that people really like to see is a team from one country, say France, play in the final versus a team from Germany, or a team from England versus a team from Italy.
I can see that because they're two different countries or whatever.
Exactly.
I can see that. But it's like, bro, it's not their fault. What the fuck
No,
are
it's
they
not
gonna
their
do?
fault. They're the two best performing
Fucking
teams.
PSG is garbage.
They're not garbage.
So what do you expect?
They're not garbage.
They're garbage if they didn't make it to the finals.
They're actually, if you look it up, they're the most marketable team.
I'm sorry, Jay. Regarding if they're marketable or not, they're just garbage if they didn't make it to the finals.
They're not garbage.
I stand by what I say.
When you say they're one of the greatest teams, you don't just.
I don't say this. I don't make that statement.
You said that. You just said that right now.
No, I'm saying
You
what
said-
our coworker said. He said
They're
that it's
one of the greatest.
one of the greatest teams out there.
I stand by that.
If they are, why did they make it to the fucking finals? Clearly, they're not the greatest team. One of the greatest teams out there.
teams can make it to the final.
Okay, so clearly they're not one of the greatest teams out there if they couldn't make it to the finals, right?
So one of the greatest teams only means two.
I would assume
When the whole league.
because eventually
You
most
take
leagues,
32
most
teams.
leagues don't reach. Oh, look, bro, we have 3 players, bro, and then one's gonna make it on top. No, bro, it's usually a 1-on-1 out of the 2 greatest teams out there. One of them is gonna be on top.
The champion, yes.
So if one of those greatest teams, one should be PSG, right? And the other one should be, let's say, Chelsea, right? So then they go head to head, then the winner comes out on top.
Champion, yes.
Okay, so this fool said they're one of the greatest teams. So I'm assuming they should be one of those teams that always get to the finals if they are the greatest teams. One of the greatest teams out there, by his own words.
Okay, well then, by your own words, one of the greatest changes every year. So it's seasonal.
Yeah,
They
he
were-
didn't say it was seasonal though. I'm just arguing against him because these are what he said. He didn't say seasonal. He just said one of the greatest teams out there.
Yeah, but the thing is, you just like to drag shit.
I am dragging it.
I know.
And I'm dragging it for the sake of proving this motherfucker wrong. That is not one of the greatest teams out there, because if it was one of the greatest teams out there, they'd be in the fucking finals. And they're not. Now what he could say to fix that is, okay, well, they're one of the greatest teams
if I
out
was him, I
there
wouldn't fucking bother to fix shit.
every other season. Then I'll be like, all right, cool. I guess once every season they're the greatest team out there. All right, cool. I'll give it to you. But nah, he didn't word it that way. So, yeah, he lied.
That's just between you guys. I'm not really here for the whole, oh, look at how he didn't word it, and look at, he should have said this specific word, and nah. They were,
No, I'm not. I don't think you should have said a specific word. I'm just saying.
they were in the final last year.
Okay, so last year they were one of the greatest teams, not this year.
Yeah, but this year isn't over until this final game is played.
Okay, but they still didn't make it to the finals.
No, they didn't make it to the finals.
So they're not the
I
greatest
know that.
team.
Okay,
Or one
so-
of the greatest teams.
Okay, so right now when you would say the Champions League, who's the champion?
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know
There's
that.
no champion, right?
No, there is a champion.
Who's the champion?
The champion from last year.
Oh, who's the champion
You
for
still
last year?
consider them the champion until the next champion is crowned. It's Bayern Munich from Germany.
Okay, so see, it wasn't even PSG.
But they were in the final.
Okay, so
So-
last year they were one of the greatest
still
teams.
exactly.
But this year they garbage.
They're not garbage. They just lost
Nah, they garbage. They lost what in the finals or semifinals
semifinals.
or the quarterfinals?
Semifinals.
So yeah, see, they garbage.
What if it would have been? Why did you ask about the quarterfinals?
Because then I'd be like, that's even that. If they would have lost in the
You would have called
quarterfinals,
that garbage. It
I
would
would've
have been
been like-
garbage regardless.
no, I would have been like, they're even more garbage.
Stupid. But yeah, so it's gonna be Manchester City versus Chelsea. So, pretty fucking cool.
Your homeboy Eden Hazard.
No.
What do you mean no?
No, he lost today. He's in Real Madrid.
He is?
Yeah.
Why is he in Chelsea?
He got transferred out like 2 seasons ago.
Why?
Because the money enticed him.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, super like fucking expensive transfer, and he fucking missed like 60 games.
What the fuck?
60 games were missed.
Why?
Or like 59 actually.
Why?
Injury.
What he injured?
Fucking weird how many times he got injured. He missed 59 games. Played only 40.
Wasn't his brother in Chelsea as well?
Yeah, one of his Chelsea's was there, but
One of his Chelsea?
one of his Chelsea's. You know we're drinking. Well, yeah, his brother was there, but now he plays in Germany.
What the fuck happened there?
What?
Why did he leave fucking Chelsea?
Money. Money lured him to another team.
Oh shit. Was he good?
He's good, yeah.
Yeah?
He plays really good in Germany.
What's his name?
Thorgan.
What?
Thorgan.
Thorgan?
Yeah.
Thorgan Hazard.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I prefer Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard sounds harder.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So he lost today. And you know what's funny? They like the media gave him shit for that.
For losing?
No, not for losing. Because remember, he used to play in Chelsea.
Yeah.
Today, his team, Real Madrid, played versus Chelsea.
And they lost.
Versus the next team, and they lost versus his former team.
Uh-huh.
So after the game, the cameras were on him, and he was congratulating his former teammates, but he was having a little too much fun. Like they were like tickling each other or whatever. So I guess people in the media were like, "This fool is so fucking what do you call it? Like, so unaware of himself, you know." Like, no self-awareness. Like, how are you going to lose in the semifinal? You shouldn't be happy. You should be disappointed like the rest of your team. Yeah, you're fucking tickling your ex-teammates and shit on the field. Happy for them. Telling them congratulations or whatever, you know?
I mean, it's probably just not a sore loser.
It's probably not, but...
It's probably a really good sport about it.
Fans that were really, really fucking... You know, like, fans that are really, really fucking invested into it.
They were on his nuts?
They're probably burning his jersey just for that.
You fucking scumbag, you betrayed us.
Dude, this guy misses 59 games.
He fucking missed them on purpose. He fucking scored goals on these moves and he missed them on purpose.
Even somebody in the comment section was saying Eden Hazard's going to go down as the greatest infiltrator. He may not be the best player, but he's one of the greatest infiltrators. Yeah, but... So that's what it's going to be. Chelsea versus Manchester City in the final.
I think it'd be pretty interesting.
It's going to be a dope game, man.
It might be.
Yeah.
It might be.
I think Manchester City's going to win. They're just very, very dominant.
What would you say... This is already kind of deviating from the topic. What would you say if in one of those... this is me calling it. People might disagree, and if you do, I don't give a fuck. What would you say if in one of those, the greatest match out there, it's going to happen... When is it happening?
I don't know. Like, maybe in a week.
Okay, let's assume in a week. While that game is playing or whatever, televised and all that good shit, fans all over the fucking stadium, fucking UFOs show up.
Alright, what about, like, what would happen or what?
What would you do? How would you react?
Oh, man, I'd be fucking... I don't even know if I would freak out. They're teasing us with UFOs. I just saw a new fucking video today that some lady in her backyard in fucking Florida she recorded her backyard and it looked like 2 fucking jellyfish. And
what the fuck?
In the dead of night, it looked like 2 fucking jellyfish, like orbs, and it just took off like that.
Really?
It was really weird to look at.
I haven't fucking seen it.
It was really weird to look at.
It's the only reason I bring it up is because I saw some documentary on the weekend. It's called Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. So basically, I guess there's people that practice this. I guess it's something that humans do to try to contact aliens. So basically, the history behind this is that it's impossible for aliens to travel at the speed of light anymore. That supposedly aliens travel at the speed of thought. Because these...
Is that fast? No, it's not faster, huh?
I don't know if... they say it's faster. Because what they say, think about it. They say the Andromeda Galaxy is like... I'm making this number up, but I know it was in the millions. It's like 2 million light years away. So if they were as fast as the speed of light, there was no way the aliens could get from the Andromeda Galaxy to the Milky Way. let alone to Earth. You know? You would have to have generations of aliens living on that goddamn fucking ship, just breeding and just constantly telling them, like, hey, well, your mission, bro, for the next 60, 70 years, or however long, let's just assume aliens live to 100.
Fly straight.
For the next 100 years, fly straight.
No turns.
No turns, bitch. No deviations. No pit stops. You're going to keep going forward. So, according to this fool, his name is Stephen Greer, Dr. Stephen Greer. This fool says that thought is faster than light, according to him. That it's so fast that it could actually manipulate probability. And this fool actually interviews like certain doctors that have that are like neuroscience that study the brain and shit like that, and that they've made tests where it's given the indication, it's like they haven't said it's a for sure thing, but it's given the indication that thought does manipulate probability to a certain extent, where they say that it is somewhat possible with just a mere thought to do some crazy shit. I guess these people implanted, they're like number generators, right? They're number generators, and they release a certain number of sequences, I guess. They let them out throughout the world. They put like dozens of them throughout the world. So I would say they put a couple here in the US and so on and so forth. And they say that when the Twin Towers hit in 2000 or 2001, when the Twin Towers were hit, that supposedly all those boxes around the world went off at the same time, and that they were all giving a distinct sequence, like the same type of sequence that they were giving off around the world, supposedly each of those. So they say that the reason why they went off is because of human thought. So human thoughts saw that the world was in distress because of something horrible that happened, which affected those sequence generators, and they all gave out the same sequence, which is a trip.
That is a trip.
If it's like, according to these fools, they say it's true that supposedly happened, and that there's some evidence that leads people to believe, that gives people the hypothesis that maybe it is possible to affect shit with your thoughts. So this fool created that, the Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, kind of like ceremonies. I guess they call them ceremonies. But basically what he does is he gets around, he goes out in the desert or somewhere with people, gets together, does these, he calls them practices. He gets into these practices with these people where they meditate, and basically they start taking pictures, or they just talk. They have video recorders all over, and they talk where they talk about how, oh, we're trying to reach the people that are out there in the galaxy. If any of you guys want to come see us, come visit us. And there's some fool, like, where they were having one of those events, and like in the distance, we're like, it's a mountain. Like let's say this is the mountain, right? There's the mountain, and they're in the distance, and then you see like a flash, like a flashlight go over that mountain, and then right here in the middle, you see a big old ball of light just turn on, like, boom. And you're like, what the fuck? And then you see another smaller light, like, go like this, like, do a whole 180 fool, and then disappear. So what they say is that supposedly their practice and their forms of meditation, because they're using the power of thought, they're actually able to contact the aliens directly, because that's what supposedly they use now. They basically use some type of force or energy or dimension that is similar to thought, or as fast as thought. And they use those tools to communicate with them. And some of them, bro, some of these videos, bro, have been pretty trippy. Where you'll be like they took a picture of some dude, like, it looks like a little stick figure dude jumping on somebody's head. Like, you see the outline, and they called him Bijou. That's where I was like, bro, this was full of shit. Because he goes, oh, well, he told us his name was Bijou through our meditation. That's where I was like, alright, motherfucker, you're already putting on your tinfoil hat on this one, bitch.
It's a prank, huh?
It's a prank. That's where I was like, alright, motherfucker, you're already bullshitting.
It's a really good one.
But some of it is a trip. Some of it's very questionable, where it's just like, bro, it's crazy how, you know, that there is that possibility that some humans have developed a way to finally contact aliens. But what he says is, according to him, he's been heavily involved with the government. That he's had plenty of that he had briefs with Clinton, and supposedly he had even briefs with Bush, with Bush Jr. And according to him, like, people are saying oh yeah, people are happy now that finally the government is acknowledging UFOs and acknowledging the videos that come out that are taken out there and published by the media. Like, the government's finally acknowledging, like, oh yeah, that's a UFO or whatever, you know? So what he's saying, though, he goes, they're being fooled by the people. They're being fooled by the government. The people that are watching this on the media, they're being fooled. And they're like, the reason for it is all these people out there that are running all these UFO projects or whatever. What they're doing is they're trying to convince the citizens that UFOs are actually a threat. And he goes, think about it. Why would Trump develop Space Force? To protect space. From what? When have we been attacked by UFOs or by ETs or whatever? You know, we never have. You know? That's just the government trying to convince us that aliens are actually the bad guys and we should be against them. And he goes, and the way they're doing it is the same way they did it with the terrorist attack in 9/11. They're making it seem like they're the enemies, and they're doing it. The only reason they're doing it is to conduct fear in the citizens and make everybody come together like they did with 9/11. You know, we all had the common enemy, which was terrorism. Now, the way, because I haven't seen a lot of articles, but supposedly the way they were bringing out the articles, they were supposedly saying that, oh, let's say an article from Fox News showed, oh, UFO over Newport Beach raises alarms. You know, they say like those little subtexts subconsciously get into your brain and get you scared. And that's what the government's trying to do. They're getting everybody scared of UFOs so that finally everybody's going to hate UFOs, and that'll be everybody's common enemy, which will bring the unity again. Which, I don't know. I don't really feel like the government would go that far as to make UFOs into something that's fucking horrible and shit, or something to be super feared about. Although I have seen some articles that do say that, I still don't feel like the government would do such a thing.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
When they've done all that other shit.
But when it comes to UFOs, bro, like, it's not like if we've had an attack, well, except for the Battle of Los Angeles, but other than that, like, I haven't really heard of. When have you heard about military people going like, oh yeah, bro, we got attacked by UFO and we had to bomb the shit out of them?
Maybe because they couldn't. Because what I have heard, you know that video? They were saying that, oh look, like the guys got intercepted. They were on planes, and that they came into contact with things that just couldn't be explained. Yeah, the speed at which they were flying, the way that they were manipulating fucking.
Oh, the radars on.
Yeah, like there's nothing that we have.
But don't you think if they had if they had with the intent of attacking the people, they would have done it instead of just jamming their radars? Don't you think we're saying, hey, fuck it, we're nailing these fuckers down or whatever?
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
If they were aggressive.
That's what makes me that's what leads me to believe that I don't think they're probably aggressive. You know? If they have those capabilities to jam the shit out of our most advanced technology that we have out there, I'm pretty sure they have the capabilities to just come, land their ship, and say, hey, we're fucking all you guys. All you guys are fucked. You guys ain't doing shit. Right?
Maybe.
Or what do you think?
I mean, to me, it depends what kind of time they're on. Like, what kind of... What motives are they here for? If you know, we're already talking about aliens landing here. What do they want? Do they want to check up on something that they left a long time ago? And like, let's see how the people are doing. Or what are they here for? Our resources?
What resources do we have? What resources do you think that we have that aliens are going to want?
Who knows? Maybe there's probably metals or minerals here in this world that they use for something.
Like what? The only thing I've heard possibly, and this is already on a conspiracy video I've seen, is gold. Supposedly in this video that buddy of mine showed me, that had to do with like the Sumerians. That supposedly remember how the Sumerians are known as the first tribe out there, the first civilized tribe. Supposedly they were the ones that were created by aliens to mine gold for them, because supposedly Earth was the only producer of gold. Allegedly, but this is already on the fucking far conspiracy theory. Like, bro, I don't even have my tinfoil hat on for like I'm wearing a fucking spaceman suit right now when I say this shit. That supposedly that's one of the resources that the aliens are after.
But even that, like, why are these stories passed down for so long? Like, is it all just one big bullshit lie?
I don't know. I really don't know. And I'm not going to break my head over it either. It's just something that's a trip. But I feel like we could leave that for another day.
I think we could.
Yeah,
so I think this is a good place to end it.
Yeah. But if you enjoyed it, motherfuckers, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Wait. I don't know if we forgot. I don't know if we said it. Shout out to...
shout out...
Goonernator.
The Goonernator. Our unofficial sponsor. Shout out to Campo Azul Tequila, our other unofficial sponsor. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you on the fucking next one. These were your hosts, Sickly and J40. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace, motherfuckers.
Peace.